best of the best.
Welcome to Survivor Series. The night with the brand supremacy between Raw and SmackDown was barely talked about in the build-up. The build-up was 95% about The Undertaker's final farewell, whereas the actual farewell was only 5% of the pay-per-view. Also, without the addition of NXT, like in 2019, it really makes us question what the point of last year was. I understand, COVID-19, but it was such a missed opportunity given the champions on the NXT brand. I'm taking a sin off automatically for AC/DC's brand new song. It was a nice addition to the build-up of Survivor Series.
No cohesion on the Raw team.
Guys, I figured out the perfect strategy for how to win at Survivor Series. Since this has been a regular occurrence for Team Raw, make sure to argue and fight amongst each other in the weeks leading up to the show. Automatic win guaranteed.
The final farewell of The Undertaker.
Discount WrestleMania 33.
Tonight we mark the end of an era.
Discount WrestleMania 28.
The one time a year Raw and SmackDown go head to head.
Well, that would normally be true, but throughout 2020, we have seen Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head countless times, which made this event lose a lot of its prestige. Also, the WWE Draft was a month ago, which didn't give a lot of the new brand members time to do much before they got to face those who used to be on their side, so there's that too. Samoa Joe is representing Monday Night Raw on the commentary team, but they got him sitting on the SmackDown side of the table. Oops.
Look at the size of Almost, my goodness.
We have seen the Big Show, the Great Khali, Andre the Giant, and even Shaquille O'Neal in the WWE, but the size of Omos is somehow mind-blowing. Also, I don't understand the logic of someone as successful as AJ Styles requiring a bodyguard who most of the time doesn't even guard his body.
As the undisputed team captain,
Wrestler claims that they are the captain of a team, which their teammates disagree with cliche.
Riddle!
We found the next wrestler to fall victim to the name-shortening virus. Welcome to Team Raw, Riddle. Boy, the many Voldemort references I'm tempted to make. Riddle wants the fist bump with a screen that has no fans watching.
How do you stop the monster among men?
Well, in the history of Survivor Series, any team that Braun Strowman is on will be just fine as long as he doesn't get counted out. Just like Tucker from Heavy Machinery, why do I got this feeling that Jimmy Uso is going to eventually turn on Jey Uso out of jealousy for getting all the big moments while Jimmy is out with an injury?
Division, hashtag for the...
Seth Rollins is moving so slowly to the ring, you can already see that he doesn't give a shit about being in this match at all.
I am going to proclaim AJ Styles the captain of Team Raw.
Yeah, sure, because hearing the confirmation of AJ Styles being the team captain of Raw from Corey Graves totally makes it official. Pfft.
Jey Uso highly athletic in his own right.
Man, the force is strong with that dropkick from AJ. If he has that ability, then once again, why does he need a bodyguard?
Styles now with a shoulder to the midsection.
That pause from AJ made this entire sequence awkward. I bet even King Corbin was thinking, is this guy gonna jump or am I supposed to punch him?
They're trying to hang.
I got the same IQ.
Is Riddle really that stupid to believe a single kick from someone his size connecting to someone the size of Otis would be enough to put Otis down to the ground? No one cares what's trending.
Attacking the exposed feet of Riddle.
And Riddle.
I'm 90% sure Kevin Owens has a foot fetish, given he was so desperate to go after Riddle's feet the moment he jumped into the ring.
Up for a sacrifice.
Oh my God, and a broke kick.
We all know the real-life reason why Seth Rollins did this. However, the storyline makes it look like Seth has gotten exceedingly depressed because he couldn't defeat Rey Mysterio's family for half a year and didn't want to be here. And if he didn't want to be here, then why is he here?
And a hook to the leg, and Rollins is eliminated.
Man, if only Seth failed to eliminate himself because another member of Team SmackDown jumped in and broke up the pinfall.
Corey, remember the rivalry these two had?
You mean the rivalry that was less than 2 months ago? You see, this is why having the draft so close to Survivor Series doesn't help the brand supremacy. We got the same guys facing each other.
KO with a stunner to Sheamus. Stunner to Riddle.
Wrestler connects finishing move on illegal opponents one by one in a multi-man tag team match cliche.
Styles, hook to the leg. Oh my.
Jey Uso realized that Kevin Owens was in trouble getting eliminated thanks to the phenomenal forearm, but did absolutely nothing to save him. Boy, Roman Reigns is going to be pissed.
The tag is legal. Brogue kick.
Michael Cole believes that an obvious knee to the face was a brogue kick. Brogue knee is more likely.
Eat Lee, look at the power of Otis.
With impressive power moves like that, it really makes me wonder why these guys were sent back for more training less than a month later.
The 385-pounder planted.
Braun Strowman is apparently someone who weighs 38.5 pounds. What the hell is that, the number between 5 and 6? Oh wait, that's Durf.
Off here. Jey Uso, Corey, you got nothing to lose.
That is way beyond the truth, Michael. Because of how Roman Reigns has been treating him, a single screw-up makes Jey Uso lose everything. Also, I truthfully think this should have been a great moment for Jey Uso to shine by managing to eliminate the entirety of Team Raw by himself, shocking everyone, including Roman Reigns. Missed chance for an awesome moment.
A clean sweep.
The idea of making Raw clean sweep SmackDown once again is really getting irritating. If Raw was always going to win, the least they could have done was balance out the teams to make it unknown on who's winning.
Thunder
You know, with the recent split of Big E from the New Day, we really missed an opportunity to have a moment where they would have no choice but to fight each other. Now that I think about it, this year's Survivor Series really lacked in comparison to last year. Alright, the Gears of War outfits worn by the New Day was actually pretty cool. You got me. Here's the send-off. Skip! The Street Profits are clearly holding on to blue solo cups as they represent SmackDown, yet the Pyrotechnicians blasted red solo cups. I bet they were rooting for Raw the whole night. Now, one moment when the New Day are representing Monday Night Raw, yet their ring gear contains every color except red.
Alright, Grace, this is a dream matchup in and of itself.
Montez Ford versus Kofi Kingston is apparently a dream match. So much of a dream match that Tom Phillips is literally the only person I ever heard actually talking about it.
Champions match. Oh, look at Kofi. Rolls.
Now that was amazing. The way Kofi Kingston flipped back into the ring only to get caught by Montez Ford on perfect timing.
First time ever, Street Profits versus New Day.
However, that is not the first time the commentators mentioned that fact in the last 2 minutes. As a matter of fact, it's the third or fourth time.
Kofi over the top.
Angelo Dawkins is a dick to his own partner by moving out of the way, allowing Montez Ford to take the full force of Kofi Kingston's trust fall. What an asshole. Could have easily pulled Montez out of the way at the same time so that Kofi would be the one to crash and burn. Simple.
The Profits are not prepared for this New Day beating.
Actually, I think the Street Profits are ready for the New Day beating you're about to give them, considering you just blatantly yelled out your strategy when they were within earshot. Solo Cup theft. Although, given the color of it, I'd say it's appropriate that Kofi is the one hanging onto it. But even then... We just witnessed Kofi Kingston murdering a Solo Cup on live television. Funerals this upcoming Saturday. R.I.P.
Well, now Dawkins. Whoa!
Another impressive move, this time by Angelo Dawkins. It's awesome to know that wrestlers surprise you with something new when you think you've seen it all.
Tears from the heavens!
Another sin-off because Montez Ford sold his rib injuries very realistically. Splashing from the top rope at that height after having your ribs targeted all match long will cause that amount of pain, and Montez did it perfectly. Selling is always supposed to be a top priority in wrestling.
Kofi went for trouble in paradise. Ford able to duck.
Kofi, right infringement. The SmackDown women's team looks like they're on the same page, with the possible exception of Bayley declaring herself as the captain. So in other words, Raw's got this in the bag because of their dissension.
She is not to be tagged into.
Bullying is the greatest sin of them all.
He's a champion of the people, in case you can't hear.
The real question is, how the hell can Corey Graves hear Sami Zayn? Next to Vince McMahon yelling in the headset, covering his ears, and Sami's loud music playing in the Thunderdome, how did Corey know what Sami said?
Survivor Series is brought to you in part by
Skip!
Sami Zayn says that he is the champion. How do you preface it like that, Cole? That Sami claims.
Maybe you need to pay more attention, Corey, because Michael Cole did not say that Sami Zayn claimed to be the champion of many continents. Being the Intercontinental Champion means just that, and Michael wasn't trying to disparage Sami at all.
You intimidating me there, Shelton? You're not.
What do you bet Shelton Benjamin went from trying to intimidate Sami Zayn to getting weirded out after that kiss? I guess that's one way to distract the intimidation.
Look at Lashley. And now Sami.
A majority of this 7-minute match is Sami Zayn trying to avoid Bobby Lashley before inevitably getting caught, taken down, losing the match, and I read the script without even looking at it.
I think Sami Zayn's just stalling.
Normally wrestlers get distracted because the outside interference, well, interferes. Here we have Sami getting distracted because... reasons. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are not even doing anything.
Lashley just ran by it through. Lashley just ran through.
Are you serious, Corey? Michael Cole literally called that action a second prior to your calling of it. Man, what happened to 2016 Corey Graves? On that subject, what happened to 2016 everything?
Get out of my way. Because it's too much fun to peddle your conspiracy theories, Byron.
Corey Graves, while trying to taunt Byron Saxton, ended up taunting the internet wrestling community by sarcastically saying it's too much fun to peddle your conspiracy theories.
Did they say he has vertigo?
I guess it wouldn't be a Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn match without Sami claiming he has vertigo. Honestly thinking he's going to end up distracting Bobby by having the Lashley sister show up.
Oh, no.
That was hilarious. One would think that Sami Zayn was referring to MVP tripping him, but I truthfully think Sami saw a Dairy Queen stand in the concessions area and got excited, wanted the referee to have some of the best ice cream with him.
Nah, you're not going anywhere. You can go.
It's hard to tell if Roman Reigns is Jey Uso's cousin or his father. Either way, he's such an asshole and I love the performance of his heel character. This match is an opportunity for revenge when it comes to Asuka. Somehow. I say somehow because out of all the matches she's had with Sasha Banks in 2020, and there's been quite a few, Sasha had the upper hand like one time. What does Asuka need revenge for that she already didn't get?
If I am legally obligated to inform you, it's boss time.
No! wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown face off at Survivor Series. They normally should be matches we either haven't seen at all or in a very long time. Here we got a match that took place on several pay-per-view events this past summer. Don't get me wrong, Sasha Banks and Asuka put on excellent matches every time. Problem is, it's another sequel.
From the bank statement, Asuka's still focused.
Oh, and look at this.
Putting aside the fact that we've seen this match already, Sasha and Asuka still impress us with their innovation, like how Sasha tripped Asuka's arms and spun her around for the pinfall.
Statement into the cover, onto the leg.
Asuka's shoulder came off the canvas well before the 2 count, but the referee chose to ignore it. Sucks that referees and wrestling are the most unobservant. But hey, I haven't let go of my optimism that things will be better.
Back in before the count of 10.
I like.
What the fuck was that supposed to be? Whatever it was, Asuka was able to easily avoid all 3 attacks by rolling. Obviously, I need to study more of the Japanese language, but from the hand motions, does Asuka actually believe she's going to win the SmackDown Women's Championship in this match?
The top of the barricade.
Impressive codebreaker counter from Asuka. Unfortunately, when you think about it, she suffered more damage compared to Sasha Banks by landing on the floor.
Oh, caught by Banks, shoulders down.
The last minute of this match had a lot of excellent counter after counter moves, leading to Sasha's sudden victory. Great match, and even though Raw ends up winning brand supremacy, at least SmackDown did better compared to 2018. Previously on the most confusing Battle Royal I've ever seen, it was Raw vs SmackDown, but at the same time, every man for himself, which made me wonder if it really mattered. Now with every time the gobbledygooker shows up, his look gets more and more creepy. But hey, he's also celebrating his 30th anniversary tonight, I suppose. The gobbledygooker falls for this.
Happy 30th anniversary!
R-Truth, the greatest comedy legend in WWE history. So excited for his Hall of Fame induction because I'll have no idea what's going on.
Vendetta against Lana.
Not gonna lie, the streak of having Lana constantly go crashing through announce tables by Nia Jax has been some of the funniest things to look forward to. What fans thought was a punishment turned out to be a popular thing. Also, given the fact that fans believe Nia Jax is an unsafe worker, I think they had her put Lana through 9 consecutive tables to show that she's not as dangerous anymore. Because she put Lana through a table 9 times and injured her 0 times. Shame she had to do that just to prove a point to people who obviously won't listen. WWE, let's split up the Iconics and have both Peyton Royce and Billie Kay go in singles competition. Also WWE, let's have Peyton Royce form a new tag team with Lacey Evans because why not?
Survivor Series is presented.
Holy shit, they're advertising so many things in a single night. Can't wait to see the 20 things they'll advertise at WrestleMania 37. Bayley believes she has the chance to defeat Team Raw simply because no member of Team Raw had any pyrotechnics throughout their entrances. How does pyro matter to your chances of winning? I know that Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan have their own separate entrance themes, but considering they're entering as a team, shouldn't the Riott Squad be entering together? For that matter, why aren't the whole teams entering together like they did last year? Natalya had to compete in like 3 or 4 qualifying matches just to make it here. And if she was always going to be part of the team, why didn't she just win the first one? Doesn't pay off for her in the end.
No woman has competed at more WWE pay-per-views than Natalya.
Impressive list of accolades by Natalya. The problem is they're falling on deaf ears, which is a shame.
Morgan with the escape. Here's the cover.
Liv Morgan rolls up Peyton Royce, hoping to get the first elimination, but all of a sudden decides that she doesn't want to do that and lets go of Peyton before Peyton could ever kick out.
Pinned Bayley and the great Becky Lynch.
First of all, when did Becky Lynch ever refer to herself as the great Becky Lynch, even after she left due to pregnancy? Secondly, I don't seem to recall Shayna Baszler pinning both Becky Lynch and Bayley to win a Survivor Series in 2019. Hell, that match ended in a submission when Shayna made Bayley tap out.
Has worked in the past, but now Lana.
Did Nia Jax seriously think Lana would go through with the "you're not allowed to get tagged in" tactic? Because if so, she's a complete idiot.
Confidence it might inspire in Jackson Baszler.
Earlier, Lacey Evans was trying desperately to tag Lana, but now when the opportunity presents itself, she says no? Make up your freaking mind!
Elimination tag made.
Nobody wants to tag.
Nia Jax was so mad at Lana that she didn't realize Peyton Royce already tagged herself in before she ever could. Get on the steps and don't get off of them until I tell you? What are you, a mother putting her child on timeout?
Down, SmackDown, starting to feel.
The SmackDown team chanting for their brand was so catchy, even Peyton Royce can resist dancing to the beat.
I don't know if anyone is as strong as Belair.
Said Corey Graves, not realizing that Nia Jax is in this match.
Whoa, Royce has eliminated Bayley.
With how short Bayley lasted in this match prior to her clean elimination at the hands of Peyton Royce, it's hard to believe a month ago she was SmackDown Women's Champion for over a year. What happened?
I think we need a bigger boat.
Of course, I guess you can't call yourself the boat without someone making a Jaws reference. Haha, you failed.
Lacey Evans extremely powerful.
I get that Natalya had to counter and interfere in Shayna Baszler, but the moment she tries to waste time by locking in the sharpshooter on the illegal competitor, that's the moment Natalya deserves to get eliminated.
Right. and he's gone.
You know, if Natalya simply shifted her arm a little bit to the right, she could have easily broken up the pinfall by having her arms out of bounds. But oh well. Technically, Lacey Evans is tapping out during this attack, so why isn't the referee calling for the submission?
Her career tonight. Oh, and there goes one.
Wow, I am very impressed with Liv Morgan's crucifix pin on Lacey Evans. Well executed by both ladies.
Morgan is.
Shayna Baszler had all the time in the world to simply leap off the apron or duck Liv's oncoming attack, but she somehow didn't see it coming. What happened to Shayna Baszler, honestly?
Well, Belair.
Bianca Belair clearly tapped out to the Kirifuda clutch. The referee saw it clear as day, and he still did not call for the submission. That's twice in this match now.
That's it. She's out. DQ.
Shayna Baszler is eliminated. Now I'm hungry for some DQ. Let's go. Oh, wait, you mean she got disqualified? Never mind.
Over the barricade.
Given the rivalry between Nia Jax and Lana, I think this was the perfect bookend for the match's conclusion. Lana gets treated like shit, is forced to stay out of the entire match, and not only wins the match by doing nothing, but she also won Survivor Series for the Raw brand by doing nothing. Absolutely hilarious and awesome. Although I'm adding in another 4 sins because this constant charade of Raw defeating SmackDown at Survivor Series continues for the 4th time. Poor SmackDown has never won at Survivor Series since the 2016 brand split began. Imagine yourself as a fan who only watches the pay-per-view events and doesn't keep up with Raw or SmackDown. Guarantee y'all would be confused at Drew McIntyre being the WWE Champion after getting dethroned by Randy Orton 3 weeks prior. Also, it took Randy Orton 3 pay-per-views before he finally defeated Drew McIntyre to win his 4th world title, all just to lose that momentum 3 weeks later. Thanks for the months of effort, now it looks like it never even happened. Although, I'm taking a sin off because Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns in the World Champions match is a great idea for the main event, given the incredible year these two had on their respective brands. That is the only example tonight of the best versus the best.
Reigns will stop at nothing to retain his Universal Championship.
Corey Graves is confused. He actually believes this match will have the Universal Championship on the line even though it's clearly not. Drew McIntyre with that sword activating the pyrotechnics made his entrance a lot more badass. If WrestleMania 36 was going to have an audience when he took on Brock Lesnar, imagine how that would have looked. Nearly 2 minutes of a staring contest. Hell, even Paul Heyman has taken part of the staring contest. Although I'm taking it off another sin because this moment was chilling. The 2 top wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown doing battle at Survivor Series. If every match was like this with the most dominating competitors taking on each other, it would be 10 times as exciting. Starting off the match pretty good, though it's still creepy to see Paul Heyman hugging the Universal Championship like it belongs to him. Almost a full minute of Roman Reigns walking around and getting back into the ring. As cool as this match was, there are too many moments of pausing.
McIntyre hang around. You gotta try to put him.
These elbow shots from Roman Reigns are very familiar to us. Haven't seen Brock Lesnar do that. Just goes to show that Roman learned a lot from Paul Heyman. Very interesting twist. Drew McIntyre is ready to hit the Claymore kick on Roman Reigns, but doesn't realize Roman is too close for him to execute it properly. May want to try setting up on the other side of the ring. Oh my god, Roman Reigns has recruited Little Jimmy into his faction too. I hope Little Jimmy learns not to mess with the tribal chief. Monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness. I get that Roman is still relatively new to the heel scene, but I'm sure he's taken advantage of this cliche several times over the years. He should know better.
Roman Reigns, spear! McIntyre, turn it around!
Wow, I gotta remove 2 cents from Drew's counter from the spear right into the Kimura lock. That was well done.
McIntyre, watch! Oh my goodness!
Sorry, but the moment was ruined once the table didn't break the first time Roman hit the Samoan drop. What do you bet Roman Reigns speared Drew McIntyre through the barricade just so those poor fans below it would finally be able to get shown on camera? Because if it hadn't been for that, they'd be like fans who can't see over the barricade.
Here comes McIntyre!
While yes, Michael Cole was losing his voice like I did at Crown Jewel 2018, it really added into the intensity of Drew countering one spear only to succumb to the second.
And Reigns! Oh my god!
The referee gets knocked down at the crucial point in the match cliche.
Jey Uso!
This match was absolutely fantastic, and Jey Uso just had to ruin it with his unnecessary interference. Interference which Roman Reigns never asked for. Did Jey actually believe that Roman would forgive him for losing earlier by helping him win? Roman hugs Jey now, only to criticize his ass a few days later. It's as if Roman can never make up his mind on whether or not Jey is doing the right thing.
Final farewell!
The what? Oh, right, the thing this event has been hyped up about but was completely forgotten about for the last 3 hours. Also, due to experiences in the past, understand that I have my doubts about this being the true final farewell. Also, this is called The Undertaker's Final Farewell because he's had countless farewell moments in the last 6 years. Already predicted a very last farewell, followed by a completely final farewell. Over 12 minutes of entrances for legendary performers who leave immediately upon arrival. No disrespect, but if they wanted The Undertaker to have the ring to himself, couldn't they at least be ringside? Also, even despite the many performers who have been major parts of The Undertaker's legendary career, we are missing a shitload of them, including the likes of Edge, Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase, Brother Love, Stephanie McMahon, Steve Austin, Dave Bautista, among others.
WWE Hall of Famer.
Technically, JBL hasn't been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame yet, as the 2020 ceremony was cancelled due to a later time. Gotta admire the time Jeff Hardy took just to paint his face with the Undertaker symbol. That's amazing creativity on his part.
The Godfather.
The Godfather entering the arena without his hose is a massive sin indeed, even if it's just for a tribute to the Undertaker.
Los Barriquas. Nothing will bond.
Savio Vega almost dropped his flag.
All the way back at WrestleMania 12. 11 or 13, it was not 12.
Wrong, Corey. Michael Cole got it right. Diesel took on the Undertaker at WrestleMania 12. At 11, it was King Kong Bundy, and at 13, it was Psycho Sid.
WWE Hall of Famer, The King!
JBL, who has yet to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, had the title WWE Hall of Famer on his graphics. Meanwhile, Triple H, who was inducted last year, does not have WWE Hall of Famer on his graphics. What gives here?
At WrestleMania 28, it was the end of an era.
After 8 years and 2 more matches with The Undertaker and Triple H, you guys are still calling that WrestleMania 28 match the end of an era? What fucking era ended that night? Explain! Always great to see Kane, though he should have at least stayed with The Undertaker during his final moments instead of leaving like everyone else. If everyone else was gonna leave, Kane should have at least stayed and retired himself at the same time. This video package, the Metallica music, it has taken 5 cents off the counter. What a fantastic tribute.
Tonight marks the end of an era.
I'm pretty sure you said the same thing in 2012. Just saying, after all the years of end of an era, once in a lifetime, one last time ever, taglines being misled, are we positive that final farewell is true?
I've made that slow walk.
Well, except for the times when you were on the motorcycle. You didn't exactly have a slow walk there. Now you got me crying. Everything about this tribute and farewell was perfectly executed. The legends showing their support, an epic video package, Vince McMahon introducing The Undertaker one more time, one last chilling entrance to the ring, The Undertaker letting himself rest in peace, and to culminate it, a holographic image of Paul Bearer standing alongside his son. 30 years of The Undertaker, 30 minutes of a farewell, 30 sins taken away. Rest in peace to the most respected professional wrestler of all time.